section. So while explaining the code and writing the code, I want you people to write the code with me as well. And while writing, I will explain you what all things are being used and what is the need of using all those things. And I hope you people are having IntelliJ IDEA in your respective laptops. And if you do not have it, please make it sure that you install it in your respective devices. So let's proceed with our code. So here I have made it a project where the name of my Java file is main.java, and I can rename my file according to my need, according to my class name. And one more important thing is that the starting point of any Java program is the main any starting point of the Java program is the main class. So in whichever function you are having the main class, you have to write the name of that function in the as the main Java file. Got it? So let's proceed with our code. First of all, what will I do? I'll import certain classes as well as the functions present inside the classes. So for importing all those things, I will use the import keyword. Import java dot util is the package, and then I will import array list from the util package. And array list is one of the parts of the collection framework. And array list is the implementation class of the list. Got it? And then I will import the scanner class from the util package. And the scanner class, why do we use it? We use the scanner class in order to take input from the user. I hope. I have one question in the documentation of project details. So which one is the possible Yeah, obviously, Yash, we will use JavaScript for non-stack, and for Java development, we will use Java only, as well as in order to connect the Java development with the database, we will have MySQL. All right, so let's proceed with our code. So first of all, what I'll be doing, I'll implement encapsulation over here. I'll write a book class which will have private fields. And then I will initialize a class that is book. And inside this book, I will have different variables which will have private access modifier. And this private access modifier can be accessed only by the friend function or all those functions which are present inside the same class. And the data type is string, and the variable name is title of the book. And secondly, I will create private, then it is also a string. What I will do, I will provide the name of author's name. And I will store it inside the author variable. Over here, I will use a constructor with an access modifier that is public. And the constructor name will be same as that of the class name. And it will have parameters such as string, which is the title, and then another string, that is the author. And always make sure that the name of the constructor should be same as that of the class name. And after that, I will use this dot titles is equal to title. After that, I will also assign this dot author as author only. So what we are doing over here, we are initializing our variables. So what is the main function of the constructor? So the main function of the constructor is to initialize the variables. After that, I will declare a method. So the method will be public and the data type will be string and the name of my method will be getTitle. And inside this method, what I will do, I will return the title. After that, I will write another method. That is, I have provided getTitle, and after that, I will provide public string. Initially, it was getTitle, and now it will be getAuthor. And inside this, I will return the author. So this is what our couple of methods were. And lastly, what I will do, in order to display the data, I will use another method, that is the display book. And it has the void as return type, so it will not return anything. Instead, it will print the data. So this is the short form for writing this system.out.println. And I will provide that the title and this plus operator is used to append the data or the value of the data inside our statement. Plus followed by a comma and the author will be author. All right. This is what we had in the inside our encapsulation process. This is a part of the OOPS concept. Followed by what we will implement now? We will implement the inheritance. So inheritance, what do we mean by inheritance? Inheritance means passing the variables or methods from the parent class to the child class. Suppose your father is having a grand house or any car. So who will use that car? Only you as well as your siblings, isn't it? And the people who belong to your family. So your parent is having one object and the child is using that object and is inheriting all those properties. So this is the same case with the Java inheritance. So while writing inheritance, we have to keep some of the things in mind. Let me explain it to you people. I will create a class fiction and then it extends the parent class, that is book. So over here, what it is doing, fiction is the child class of the parent class, that is book. So in order to implement inheritance, what do we need? We need the keyword that is extends. And then what I will do, I will provide a constructor. And what did I say? A constructor should have the same name as of the parent class. So I will write public fiction. And inside that, I will pass the same parameters, that is string, title, and then string author. After that, inside this function, I will call a function that is super, and within that function, I will provide title and the author. So this is one of the most important things that we should keep in our mind while implementing inheritance. Firstly, that is the extend keyword should be there after the child class. And secondly, we should call the super method in order to implement inheritance. So it is far more crucial. And in order to pass the parameters, that is title and author, we should mention the parameters inside the constructor as well. So this is what our fiction class had. And I will create one more class, that is non-fiction class, non-fiction. And this will also extend the parent class, that is book. All right. And then similarly, we will create another constructor, that is public, and the class name will be same as that of the parent. After that, I'll provide the same parameters, that is string, title, and then string author. After that, I will call the same method, that is super, and pass the same parameters inside it. Title followed by author. I hope I made my point clear till here. And one of the most important things that we should know, according to the interview point of view, that classes in Java cannot perform multiple inheritance. For example, if you are having class A and class B as well as class C. So over there, we cannot write it as class C extends class A, class B. And this too has a reason. Because each and every class in Java inherits from the parent class, that is the object class. So over there, what it will do, it will create an ambiguity that which object class should we implement. So for this reason, we cannot apply multiple inheritance in class concept. Whereas in interface concept, we can implement the multiple inheritance. Just keep it in your mind. If whenever you ask about it, just say that each and every class in the Java is a child class of the object class. And object class is the main class. So it creates an ambiguity over there. So which is why we cannot implement multiple inheritance in the class concept. Whereas in interface concept, we can implement multiple inheritance. So we do have different types of inheritance in Java. After that, these both of these are our child class, which are inheriting some things from the parent class. After that, what I will do, I will show over here the polymorphism. And polymorphism means what? Polymorphism means one function will perform different kind of functions depending upon the number of parameters as well as the data type of the parameter. So if over here, what I will do, I will create a class library. Let me see if any of you have any doubt. Okay, so recording will be provided to you after the class ends. We will learn Java because it is there in your roadmap here. We are doing both the Java development as well as the Mon development. All right. So over here, while implementing the polymorphism, what we will do, we are creating a library class inside which we will have an array list. And this array list will have what data? It will have the data of the book class. And the variable name will be books is equal to new array list. So this is what we call the generic collection. Inside this generic kind of collection, what do? We can have only a specific type of data. And whereas in non-generic collection, we can have different type of, that is heterogeneous data. So this is how we define our collection, that is array list. And after that, what I will do, I will create a function that is public, and then I will provide the return type as void, and then I will add the name, that is add book. Now the data type is book, and then book. The book with capital B is the name of my class, and the second book with small b is the name of the variable. So don't get confused over there. So what I will do, I will write book dot add book. So inside this array list, what I am doing, I am adding my book. That whichever book will the user pass will get added to my array list. So this is what our array list had. And secondly, I will provide another function, that is public void display books. And then I will show to the user that here are the library books. After that, I will use a for each loop. This is my class name, as well as this is my variable, which should iterate through all the books. And then what I will call, I will call the function that is display book. And after that, I will write my main class. Inside the main class, I will write the name public class library management system. So this is the name of the function inside which I will have my main function. This is the name of the class inside which I will have my main function. So what did I tell you people in the very initial part of the class? That we should have the same name of the file in which we are placing our main function. So what I will do, I will rename the main.java as library management system. And I will refactor it. All right. After that, I will mention my main class, public static void main. Inside that, I will pass string arguments. Now coming on to why did we write the static keyword? So there are many types of functions within which if we are writing a static function, that means we do not need to create an object of the function while calling that function. Got it? This is why we are writing static over here. So as I told you people, in order to take the input from the user, what we need? We need the scanner class. And to create the object of the scanner class, what I will write? I will write the class name, that is the scanner. The variable name st is equal to new scanner system.in. So what we did till here we have created an object of the scanner class using the new keyword. After that, I will write library, as we are creating the library object of the library class. After that, what I will do? I will initialize a while loop inside which I will place the condition until it gets true. Firstly, I'll provide the options. So the first option will be add fiction book. So what basically I'm trying to do over here is I am making a menu driven program. If I'll run this program, then it will provide a menu to the user, which will provide these options that I am writing over here. And based on the option chosen by the user, it will perform the functions. And the second option will be add non-fiction book. And coming on to the third option, I will provide show books. After the fourth option, I will have exit. So these options will be displayed to the user when we will run the code. After that, what I will do, I'll initialize a variable int choice is equal to sc dot next int. Sc dot next line. So this next line function is used to take a line as input from the user and placing a condition that if choice is equal to 4, then the loop should break, because 4 is the option of exit, right? And secondly, it will ask the user to enter the book title. Then we will provide it inside, we'll provide a variable that is title. The title can be a line as well. That's why we are using sc dot next line. And then what we will ask? We'll ask the user for the book's author name. Enter author name. And the name of the author can also be in a line. So we are storing it inside the variables author. So this is how we take user input. And then if the choice is 1, then What we will do? We will add the book. Library dot add book, and we'll create new fiction with title as well as author. And then the author. So what will it do? It will create a new entry inside the array list, you followed by the function add book, and inside that new memory will be created, and inside the fiction the title and the author of the book will be stored inside that array list. Else if the choice is equal to 2, and for the second choice, what did we write? We have provided the non-fiction book, which is why it will take library dot add book, and over here we will write new non-fiction. Non-fiction. Inside the non-fiction, we will have the same parameters, that is the title as well as the author. And finally, we will use the else loop. And inside the else what we will do, we will print. See, we are done with our choices 1, 2, and 4. And we will provide invalid choice. After that, what I will do? I will show library dot display books. So this is what I made. Let's run this complete program and see what we are getting. Okay. Didn't we import it? Okay. In order to use the scanner class, we have to import it as well. Import java dot util dot scanner. Let's save it and run the file again. Okay. If I provide one over here, enter the book title. See, we are getting. So I will write as a fiction book, right? For that fiction book, I will write Snow White. Author name is, suppose, Snow. No. Kane Smith. See, here we are getting the title, library books. The title of the book is Snow White and the author is Kane Smith. And if I provide number 2, over here, what I am getting, enter the book title. So for the book title, I will write, what will I write? The Jungle Book. The name will be J.K. Rowling. See, here we are getting the Jungle Book, J.K. Rowling. And inside the library books, we are having 2 books, that is the Snow White as well as J.K. Rowling. And if I select the 4th option, then it will exit. I hope I made my point clear till here. And if you people have any kind of doubts, then you people are free to ask me. And Gia, what part of the code didn't you understand? Please tell me inside the chat box. Gia, do tell. Jia Gupta. All right, Jia is not there. So if anyone is having any kind of doubt till here, please feel free to ask me. If you have any doubt in polymorphism inheritance, I can show you another code to clear your doubt. Just write it in the chat box. Okay, so Anushri is asking me to explain the library part. Okay, Anushri. So over here, what we are doing, we are creating a class library. And inside that class, what we are doing, we are taking an array list. So array list is a implementation class of the list interface. And I think you people have done the collection framework of Java. And if you did not do it, then let me explain you that list is a type of interface inside the collection framework, which is basically used to store the data. All right. And array list is the implementation class of the list. So what it will do, it will display the user the data in an ordered way, like you have seen over here, right? At first I inserted Snow White book, and then I inserted the Jungle book, which is why it is displaying the name of the books in an order of insertion. Got it? So here you can say that the array list is used in order to show the ordered list of data. Did I make my point clear till here, Anushri? Anushri, reply with yes or no. Okay. So you have got till here. So after that, what I did, I have made a function, that is add book. So I used this function in order to add my books inside my array list. Got it? And after that, what did I do? I used the books.add function. So this add function is used to add the data inside the array list. And you can also say that the add function is a built-in function of array list. Got it? And what is this function? This function is a void because it is not returning anything. And then I have added one more function over here. The first function is to add the book, and the second function is to display the books. Got it? So this function, what it does, whenever this function is called, this will show what books do I have inside my array list. Got it? So at first it will show library books, and then I have used over here the for each loop. So what it will do, it will go to each and every object present inside the list, and it is calling the function display books. Got it? So display books is a kind of recursive function. See, recursive function, what do we mean? A function within which it is calling itself. So what we are doing over here, we are displaying the name of the books that is present inside our array list. Got it, Anushri? Anushri, please reply. All right. And Kishore, ma'am, could you please explain main class once again? All right. So about the main class, let me tell you that whichever function of Java we write, the main class is the entry point of the complete Java program. So at first, what class I have provided to the main function? I have provided the class library management system. Got it? This is the class name inside which I have placed my main function. And this public, as all of you know, is an access modifier. So this is accessible throughout the code. And then static, we mean that we do not need to create an object of the main class. Like as you people can see over here, that Just a second, let me show. Yeah, see, we have created an object of the scanner class, right? We have written the name of the scanner class. After that, we have named a variable, that is SC, and then we have placed is equal to. Then it is followed by a new keyword, and then we have written the same name of the scanner class again. So this is how we create the object. Got it? So if we write any function as static function, then we do not need to create any object for that same function. That is the main function. And inside the main function, what parameter did I pass? I have passed a parameter args, which is nothing but an array. What type of array is it? It is the string array. So I hope I am clear till here. Nand Kishore, please reply with yes or no. Okay. Let me explain you further. After that, what did I do? I have created an object of the scanner class. Now what you will do? You will ask me, ma'am, why do we use the scanner class? So, in order to take input from the data, right? In order to take input from the user, we use our scanner class. So, we'll create an object of our scanner class. And then what did we do? In the similar way, we had our library class over here, right? See, class library. So in order to access the elements of any class, we need to create the object of that particular class. So the object of that particular class is library. After that, what did we do? We initialized a while loop because we do not know till which part our loop is going to iterate, because it depends upon the user, right? Until and unless the user chooses the fourth option, the loop will continue to iterate. So what I did, I provided 4 options to the user. That is add fiction book. All right. And then let me cut this part out because it is already displaying the books, isn't it? Okay. So first, what I provided, that the user can add the fiction book as well as the user can add non-fiction book. And lastly, the user can exit the function. So after that, what did I do? I am asking the user for choosing a number as his choice. After that, how to ask the user for his input? Using the object of the scanner class. And then the user is providing his choice in the form of an integer, isn't it? Which is why we are using sc.nextInt function. And then we are also providing as next line because the choice can also be in the form of a line. Got it? And over here, what if the user chooses the fourth option? If the user chooses the fourth option, then the program will break. So this is our break statement in order to break the program. After that, what we are doing, we are asking the user to enter the book title. And the book title is being saved inside the variable, that is title. So the name of the book can be in a line, right? It is in the form of a strings, which is why we are using the next line function. Similarly, we are asking the book's author name to the user, and it will store inside the author variable. And here we are providing that if the user chooses choice 1, then what it will have to do? It will have to provide a fictional name, that is the title, as well as the author. And if the user chooses choice 2, then also what it will do? It will create a new non-fictional data, and he will also have to provide the title as well as the author. And lastly, what it will do? After creating all these things, it will display the name of the books, which is why we have called the display books function. I hope I made my point clear and you understood. Nand Kishore, reply. All right. Any other doubt? See, in order to write the Java programs, you can also use the VS Code as well as the IntelliJ IDEA. when we will work with our RESTful API, creating a RESTful API using Spring Boot, over there, I will teach you people inside the VS Code. Any further doubt? Ma'am, front end is React, so why learn your backend Spring Boot? So why learn your backend Spring Boot? See, a full stack website means what? It has the front end, the back end, as well as the database. So in order to develop the front end, we have our React, you know very well. And then we are having in the back end, we will use what? Inside the MERN stack, we will use the Node.js as well as the Express.js. And for the database in the MERN stack, we will use MongoDB. This is what we have in our MERN stack. What if, like previously, when MERN stack was not there in existence, so developers used Java Spring Boot in order to create the backend of a website. Got it? So in order to create the backend, we use Java Spring Boot. You don't have to worry for this. I'll teach you both the MERN stack as well as the Java development. In main class program, we'll use multiple class. In main class program, we'll use multiple class. I didn't get your point, Chitra. Please, can you elaborate and explain me what do you actually want to ask? Okay. So if there are no any doubts, let me explain you people the complete roadmap that what things we are going to learn in our further classes. As you people can see over here, in the week 1, what we have in the MERN stack, we have introduction to MERN stack, setting up the development environment. And over there, what do we have to do? We will create a simple React app with basic routing. So today, what did I teach you people? I taught you Java, right? So in Java fundamentals, we are having OOPS as well as the collection framework. I have taught you people inheritance, polymorphism, as well as encapsulation, right? And we created a small Java application with OOP principle. And inside the collection framework, I have taught you people the implementation of array list. So this is these topics we are having in the first week for the Java development. And inside the MERN development, we are having create a simple React app with basic routing, which I will teach you people in the further classes, right? And after that, in the second week, what we are having? In the second week, we will learn Spring Boot, that is REST APIs. So the full form of REST API is Representational State Transfer API. So, and the Spring Model View Controller, and then the dependency injection. So how will we learn this? By building a RESTful API using Spring Boot, which we will do in the second week inside the Java development. And inside the MERN development, what we will do? We will develop a small interactive form with state management. So over here, we will develop a form, and what we will do over there, we will learn React.js components, prop, state, hooks, as well as the context API. So these all things we are having inside our second week. Similarly, in the third week, inside the Java development, what we will do, we will integrate our database with our backend. Got it? And what we will do is we will implement the CRUD operation. What do we mean by the CRUD operation? The CRUD operation stands for create, read, update, as well as delete. We will create the data, read the data, update the data, and finally we will delete the data. So these all things we will learn to implement inside our program, and we will test all those functions using the Postman testing application. And these all things falls under our backend. Got it? And in the third week, we are having our Node.js as well as Express.js inside our MERN stack. So Node.js and Express.js are used to build the backend of our website. See over here what we are having. We will build a simple authentication API with JWT. And JWT is JSON Web Token, which is used to build password and all those things for our backend, which we will learn in our further classes. And inside the MERN, as I have already told you people, for the database, we will use the MongoDB, which is the non-SQL database. And we will connect a MongoDB database and perform CRUD operations here as well. And in the fourth week, what we will do? We will implement the JWT authentication in the Spring Boot as well. So whichever thing we are implementing in our Java development, the same thing we will implement in our MERN development as well. I hope I'm clear here. Ma'am, please provide recording of these sessions. Imran, you will get these sessions right after the class gets over. Got it? It will be uploaded inside the YouTube channel. Okay, so Shriman is asking, ma'am, how does one class inherit another class in Java? See, Shriman. So what did I tell you people? We are having the book class as our parent class. And we are having two child classes, that is the fiction class as well as the non-fiction class. So from the parent class, if we want to inherit some data, then what keyword do we use? We use the extend keyword. This shows that the child class fiction is inheriting properties from the parent class book. Got it? Shriman, did you got it? Please reply with yes or no. Okay, you got it. And then we are writing a function, we are providing a constructor to it. And the constructor is having the same parameter as that of the parent class. See over here. The title as well as the author, right? So both these are inheriting from the parent class. And this is the most important thing while writing inheritance, that you have to call, it is so mandatory to call the super method whenever we are doing inheritance in Java. We have to call super method before performing any tasks and have to pass the same parameters in same signature. And what do I mean by the signature? That we have to follow the same order of writing the parameter inside the method. Got it? So this is how we inherit properties and variables from the parent class to the child class. And the same thing we are doing inside the non-fiction child class as well. Got it, Shriman? Okay. Okay, so Rishana, Node.js is nothing but our runtime environment. Got it? You have to install Node.js when you have to work with Express, React, and all those things. Got it? And over there, we will learn to create servers and all those things. But Node.js is a mandatory things in order to carry out the Express APIs and all those things. So there is no separate thing to learn in Node.js. See, the much of JavaScript that we will implement in our while developing our application, that much of JavaScript I'll teach you people inside the class only. And the rest of the things you have to learn it on your own. Yeah, Udaya, constructor will only hold variables. And why do we use the constructor? We use the constructor in order to initialize those variables. There is only one function of the constructors, and they should have the same name as that of the class. So Chitra, if you have selected the 1 month duration, then you will learn only those things which you are having inside the 1 month only. Kunal Kumar, ma'am, please discuss React. I'll be discussing React in the further classes, Kunal. You people are having a second class tomorrow, right? Okay. Sneha understood. Listen, we should learn both type of different meetings. Learn and Java creative. You will learn the both Java as well as Mern in this meeting only. Any further queries? I have a doubt on project tasks. Shall I ask? What doubt do you have, Uday? Every member of group should do the task separately or separately of all members work on one project. See, in order to make a group project, what you people do? You people make different part of the project, right? Say, for example, if you are making the front end of the project, then the other group members will have to contribute in making the back end. This is how a group project is made. So if you people are there in one group, you have to make a project inside that group only. See, for the complete internship, you are ought to make only one project, right? So in the first month, you will be marked on the review of the project. Ma'am, I have a doubt about internship. Let me complete once. So you will be evaluated on the basis of your project review, right? So for the first month, all those things that you have learned, you have to implement all those things in your project and show me. And then you have to show me what kind of project did you come up with. On that basis, you people will be evaluated. Got it? And for all those internship duration and all those things, you can ask the support team of Infotact Solutions. And for now, let me ask you one of the most important questions that I have taught you people inside the class, so that I can check how much did you learn and how much were you attentive inside the class. So tell me, can we implement multiple inheritance in case of interface? Reply me with yes or no. Okay, yes, yes. All right. And tell me, Why can't we implement multiple inheritance in case of class? Why can't we implement the multiple inheritance in case of class? Because of dynamic problem, ability, Java exactly, Adarsh, because object is the main class. This is the most desired answer from you people. You have to say that each and every class inside the Java class inherits from the object class. So object class is the parent of all classes, which is why those classes face difficulty while inheriting from the same parent. That is what causes the ambiguity. This has to be your answer. Let me go to the second question. Tell me, what is human writing? Java does not support okay. All right. So tell me, can we alter the order of parameters that we are writing inside the super method? Gurmeet is saying yes. Okay. We cannot alter it. All right. And what will happen if we do not mention the super method? Come on, tell me what will happen if we do not mention the super method? Okay, we can't inherit the method or parameters from parameters. Right? And lastly, uh, so whenever we use the array list collection, which kind of data do we get? Say for instance, I have inserted A and then I inserted B. So before A, I inserted C. Got it? So in which order will I get the data in case of array list? Guys, please don't copy paste from ChatGPT.